together, folks. NA East. We're on our last leg of action today. Predictions, Balla. Who might surprise you and make it on in? Actually, 3,000 people are going to make it on in. So probably everyone who's expected to make it is going to make it. I'm thinking it was tomorrow already, Zeke. I'm so excited to see who qualifies for our top 6, dude.
There's going to be so much action going through the entire what's going on right now. Regardless, I mean, Tyler 15 is one of those guys that you talk about, and he just could surprise you because he already did qualify in duos. He's going to try to qualify his way through in solos as well. Clarity G, another one of those guys. They just can pop off at any moment.
Yeah, and I was seeing actually some talk on Twitter as I was checking it between the break there, Balla, and a lot of people were saying right around low 40s in points, you might be able to qualify in the top 3,000 here at NA East. So you see Clarity now at 48. You think probably in the clear, but I can't say for certain as of yet. You never know what could happen in these final couple games. But currently in this one, 34 players remaining on our 5th zone. Right now, as people begin to launch pad on in. For you right now, Balla, this is our really first chance to get in a cast together so far in the World Cup qualifiers. We talked a little bit about it. You know, these days it's more like going through the works for a lot of these players. But in your opinion, should these guys be changing anything about what they would do in a normal day like tomorrow when they've qualified and made it to the, the top part of these games?
Yeah, they should absolutely be experimenting, I think.
Okay.
One of the things actually that happened in that first week aspect, I don't know if you remember that 22 elim game that he had in one of the semifinal games, he ended up not doing so hot on the next day, and that was because a lot of people figured out what he was doing. His melody picks up middle. The players that we've been seeing absolutely crushing it, but he didn't do too hot because a lot of players actually tried to copy what he did. He went Paradise a lot of times, and then the next day, all of a sudden, there was 9 people dropping there.
Yeah, that's funny. It's like giving away your strategies before the main thing comes into play. We mentioned a lot of prominent names here in the Fortnite competitive scene. There's FaZe Cloaksy, Baldy, formerly of Optic Gaming up there on the top side of your screen.
Enigmafy as well.
Yep.
It's been there all the way through the summer skirmish.
What an inventory here for I. You think this is Zate?
It could be. I don't know. It's not a normal Zate skin, but it's possible. It typically, uses that yellow soccer skin.
And I just want to explicitly say again that I hate Zate. Whoever uses the
this is not Zate.
ILL names, but this is an interesting way to rotate. Going impulse grenade
this is a
to
load
the
up.
Triple balloon to the scoped AR.
Oh my goodness.
Looking to essentially be a floating turret right now. So far, no eliminations with this unique strategy at the moment, but continuing to peer on down, just floating through the sky. What? Scoped AR in hand. Shots coming in. 26 tag him.
He has no idea.
This guy's got no idea what's happening now. Turns around and oh my God. Okay, did have redeploy. Yeah. I was like, there's no way he's building up that high without redeploy, right?
A bunch of, yeah, exactly. You can see his ramp, how high that is just on single ramps. His player's finally going to go down. I think, no, he's still up there. A couple players look up, but then they decide.
This is, oh my goodness, it's working. There's an elim right there. Dropped all the way down to 11 health, now up to 61.
He also has the rift too, so if he actually loses a balloon, so you can just rift and stay way up there.
I mean, I've seen 72 hours before using balloons earlier on in competition for Fortnite, but haven't seen a triple balloon impulse grenade scoped AR strat. Because typically, you're most vulnerable with the balloons when you begin your slow float up.
Yep.
Well, the impulse gets rid of that awkward situation. One of the fastest editors in the game for many people, Symphony. 50 points right now. Should clearly make it to Sunday, but we'll see how this game ends up for him.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like there was actually a free ball there. No, somebody's in there. Regardless, I'm still. Oh, actually takes out Pretending there. Nice little peek on the edge of the zone there. Symphony, good positioning. I'm still a little shook by that ballooner.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it might be Vivid because he used the barcode. He switched his name to the barcode, and he's already qualified. So that's where you can start to experiment.
Vivid, you upset. Now all sorts of fights going on. Aggro does lose that one-on-one engagement to Baldy. Symphony still with 43 total builds left. Look at the shields though. 6 minis, 2 bigs. So doesn't actually have the top side covered for the moment. Drops all the way down to 5 HP, but does finally have an elim come through to at least get back up to 55 health. Turns back around for some mats, only gets around 6 more total builds. Symphony needs to build further into the zone if he can, and then pop the minis. Able to get one off in time, but still very, very low HP at the moment.
And these zones are going to start to go farther and farther and be smaller and smaller so that you can't actually get anything else off. But Melody getting another one on the hopes list, but loses a lot of HP there. He needs to start building up, get his own layer.
Yep. Now at 73 points, made it into the top 8. Chance for more placement points here very soon if he can reach the top 5. Oh, brilliant edit peak, the 198 to the dome. Melody back up to 150 HP, an absolutely winnable game for this player. I would assume is on the top side of our leaderboards right now at this many points. Yeah. Cloakzy still alive as well, and Clarity playing on the high ground with the most health left in the lobby.
Yeah, and this duel between Enigma and Cloak right now, very important, as actually Clarity's going to knock them right into each other. See if that goes to a head, but no, not just yet. Melody taking all of this bottom layer to himself so that he has the most opportunities to make edit plays.
Yep.
And not get edited on himself.
And we've seen a lot of players, their new strategy, well, their strategy in general is to drop down outside the zone and kind of fall back in to dodge those builds. Well, Melody knows that, putting a poison trap on the outside where a player can potentially hop on in. The baller now down. There goes Arkin. Melody looking for the mats, and remember, players in those ballers don't use many materials, so a chance for a lot of mats there, decides not worth it. That's FaZe. Cloak trying to waterfall down, gets cut down. Melody one-on-one. Clarity slowly dropping on down. Can Melody win from the low ground? It's one of the toughest things to do in late game Fortnite. Clarity still with a ton of builds. Beautiful shotgun shot, does get 2 bits of damage off onto Melody. Melody continuing just to hold this angle. Looks like Clarity's getting up close and personal, knowing that he's got the health advantage for the moment. Melody trying to pop a mini, not able to do it as this continues to just tick closer and closer. And now it should be an all-out fight between these two players. Melody trying to build on up. Clarity looking to just block out. The Sky does get hit hard, but Clarity with the high ground does win the game. It's the advantages of high ground showing to their truest form right there, Balla.
Yeah.